All right.
All right.
What's
How you
up,
doing,
man?
man? You doing good?
I'm good, my brother. How about yourself?
Man, I appreciate you doing this, man. I appreciate you setting up the time. I know your schedule's been really busy. You're getting your grind back. I see it. But I kind of wanted to hook up with you so you can share your story, share some of the things that you've been through, and so let's get started really quick. You ready?
I'm ready, my brother.
All right.
What to do? Hold on, man. Give me a formal invitation. Well, I mean, what? Give me your little.
All right. So the show is Massive Action.
I got you.
Massive Action is really about me hooking up with other business owners, entrepreneurs, people that have overcome like some obstacles because maybe they didn't have the education, maybe they didn't have the guidance, maybe they just had that negative environment growing up.
Right.
They managed to overcome all that. And nowadays with social media, a lot of young people are influenced by what they see, and
Right.
they don't know that. Hey, you know what? There's another side of information. There's people that actually accomplish these things. What you see on social media, most of the stuff is not real.
Right.
And so that stuff don't come overnight. And so what I like to do is I like to just, I like to kind of get into the mindset. I want to know, how you had to change your mindset based on your situation because, just reading some of your history, and I'll let you share some of that. But man, you've been hustling for a long time,
Yeah, man.
like you've been hustling for a long time, and I think what it is right now is it's called compound effect. Like you put in so much years of work, like now that momentum you created, like you can't stop that. Like,
Right.
like the moment you pick up a microphone, like it just blows up because you already have that momentum that you've built over 10, 15 years that these young guys don't see that,
I got you all the way,
Yeah.
my brother.
So
How do you pronounce your name? What is how you say it?
Stan Medina, Stan.
Just Stan Medina.
Yeah.
When Rocky, shout out to Rocky. She's my brand manager.
Hey man.
That's my business partner. We're gonna get on Lavish ass. Lavish does concert booking.
Okay.
So Rocky runs the label stuff, and I don't know why I sent you to Lavish first instead of Rocky, because the scheduling has been so hectic. But appreciate you staying. I'm here, man, and shout out to Rocky for connecting because it is what it is.
Yeah. Shout out to Rocky because right now she's doing the homeschooling with her boys, and so she has the 11, 15-year-old, 9-year-old. So she's going through it and she's working. So big shout out to her. So check it out. So I want to start off by saying, and I apologize, but for all these years, I thought ESG was a group.
A lot of people did.
You know what I mean? And so, you grew up from Louisiana. You came out with Ocean of Funk, but that's when you got to Houston.
Right.
Whenever you created that, did your ideas come from Louisiana or they came from Houston?
They came from both. You know what I'm saying? I hate to compare using an analogy, but here's a comparison. Okay, you see how a lot of people, when you see Jay-Z, right? He has Emery, there's Tata, there's all these people around him that was from his past that rolled with him, right? And so when I created Ocean of Funk, man, my homie, I would call him my OG, but he's older than me. My homie Nick, his name was Nicky Schultz. We met in Lafayette in college. I attended USL. I majored in communications. I thought, I've been rapping since I was 12, man. And I thought that, majoring in communication would help me get into, get my music out there more some kind of way. I was just trying to chase my dreams. Growing up as a kid, I used to go to the record store, right? And from 12 years old to 13-year-old on up, I would buy these singles. So, you know, it might be a Public Enemy single. I remember the first time when I seen the album cover with all them on there, that's how, you know, the Public Enemy, I would just go, I was a fan of hip hop. You know, LL Cool J, Run DMC, everybody, you know, I'm talking about all the way to the days from fucking Schoolie D, bro. I'm talking about fucking Scholar Rock. The list goes on and on. There's so many different people. I was a hip hop fanatic as a kid, right? And on the back of these records, I would always see New York or LA, you know, shit like that. And I never forget, like around my senior year, one of my homies, my cousin, he was, you know, fucking with this nigga from Houston. And the nigga had a drop top Corvette. He was playing Ball Head Hoes by Ghetto Boy, Willie D, Ball Head Hoes. And I was like, man, what is that? I ain't heard, you know, I ain't heard some shit, but I ain't heard nobody talking that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Not on wax. You know what I'm saying? If said, listen, these niggas was going on. So he was like, man, that's the Ghetto Boys. They from Houston. So, damn, I went to the USL, which is in Lafayette. You know, I started going to all the parties. As soon as I got there, I got a DJ gig just trying to get on the mic and run shit. You feel me? There was a dude, DJ from New Orleans, that would give me the mic. I had one cousin from LA. His name is Tori. He stayed in Carson. And he was a producer. He was influenced by DJ Quick, so many different people. You know, and he used to come down there when we was kids and bring me all these beats because he had a beat machine, right? He had a West Coast influence. My other cousin, Dre, which is Kelton, he called himself Dr. Dre, which he did steal the name from Dr. Dre. So I can't say that. But he got the name back when Dr. Dre was Dr. Dre. That Dre.
Yeah.
I went to all the fucking I would go to all the like the skate parties with him as a little kid and carry the records in there. So those are two main influences. My other cousin, his name was Wiz, and he had Edwin. Edwin lived in Brooklyn. So Edwin would come down for the summertime with all these WBLS tapes and mixtapes from New York, right? So fucking every summer at my grandma's house, I'm getting, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting every cousin. I got one cousin from LA. I got my other cousin from New York. Then I got my own cousin right here from Louisiana. So I got this whole gumbo. This is my mix of my music.
Yeah.
That's how when I got to H-Town, chasing my dream, I dropped Ocean of Funk. That's why it's so West Coast influence. Not your typical slab music like people will hear talk about. But I put the cars in it because all my OGs was riding on swangers and shit. You know what I'm saying? The candy paint. But nobody had, you know, you had Ghetto Boys, you had UGK, you had fucking A-Ball and MJG. You had other people before me. You know, like if you think about Rap A Lot at the time, and like they was more like trench coats, kick the dough in. West Coast had their style. Me, young nigga on the Southside, fresh out of high school, hustling and trapping. We in the trap house on the Southside of H-Town. We wore Guess jeans, 9.5 Air Max, and wore our fades real high, which was the Southside fades. We all had diamonds and got gold with diamonds in them. So that was our style. So that's what the Ocean of Funk influence was. My OGs and the people around me riding the candy paint. My big homie, he had the drop top colors with the 84s. My other big homie had the drop top L-Dog, which I used on the album cover. And my homie used to always be like, man, you talking all that gangster shit? Make some shit about the cars. I said, you know what? He said, man, talk about all that shit, man. The candy paint, the elbows and bows, the swangers, everything we do. And I described that. That's where Ocean of Funk, that's where Swangin' and Bangin' came from. G-Ride, all this shit. That's kind of my.
I see what you're saying, yeah. And I think one thing about you is like you had like a unique kind of it was like this kind of like a high I wouldn't say like a high pitch, but it was like this like the huh?
It was high pitch. You can see
yeah. And that's what set it off, because it was like all right, like it was just a whole different it was a whole different thing. And man, I just remember like the first song I heard from you was Swangin' and Bangin'. You did a show here in Corpus Christi. I think I met y'all. It was downtown at like some old, right?
Shout out Corpus Christi, man.
And then after that was the one with the realest rhythm, right?
Rhythm rhyming.
Yeah, rhythm rhyming.
don't know why the fuck I named that song that. I name songs differently, but I don't know why I named it Realist Rhyming. But in the streets, people called it By the Car, By the House. So
yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
I should have just named it By the Car, By the House.
So I want to ask you this, like, tell me the mindset that goes into like writing a rap, because like, I mean, I don't know, like in the rap industry, do they like talk about like, law of attraction and like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that kind of talk or no?
I mean, no, not really, but it's like this. With me, goes into creating music. Music to me is spiritual, and music to me is based on emotions and based on what I'm going through and what I see and how I live. I don't just say like, okay, this is a hot thing that's going on, so I'll make a song about that. It's not like that. Whatever mood the beat send me in or mood I'm in when I hear the beat, it's kind of direction that I'm gonna go. Some producers may name their beats, That's why I never got into production. I love to let a producer be a producer. I let the engineer be the engineer. I just want to be the artist and create and help others create. That's my shit. So, for example, the beat might be called Southside Still Holdin. If the beat is called Southside Still Holdin, my mind and me, I'm just, I may try to go with that if I like the title of it. If I don't, I go with something different. The reason I went with By the Car, By the House, which is Realist Rhyming, for example, the way the beat was, the rhymes, cadence that I was using, I was just laughing and freestyling. I remember I had a flip with me. He was, at the time, we riding around in the hood. And I'm like, I said, like, buy the car. Shit, nigga, I'm going to buy the house. Shit, if I fuck the wife, fuck the spouse, come the diamonds in the mouth. So that was the rhyme cadence.
Yeah.
So that's how I came up with that. You know what I'm saying? Swinging the banger. Sean Solo, I told you about the Chuck D shit. That's Chuck D, the sample. Like, Sean Solo had the beat, and it just took me in that way. Yeah. That's what I wanted to do. That's kind of how I do without my creativity. So a lot of times people will create good songs with a team around them, right? So you have one dude, you might have a producer, but you got another homie who he might just sell dope. Another person may be a pimp, a player who gets all the girls. Another dude might not do shit, but he's in tune and know what's going on in the hood. So these are your creative, your creative vibes when y'all sitting in the studio, y'all rocking. You getting off of him and getting off of him. Now when a nigga might make it to a certain plateau and he stop fucking with all these people. Now he's using the A&R in LA or New York who knows nothing about, what's going on. So now the music is not the same and the fans don't understand it. The fans are just gonna say some shit like, man, he ain't jamming no more. I like to old this dude. I like to old that guy. Because the elements that he was getting that creativity from is not around him no more. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like a double-edged sword because you kind of need that. You kind of need that environment because it puts you in that creative state, but yet at the same time, it's not. It's you're playing with fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah,
like you say, but I stay in tune with what I am and who I am.
Yeah, that's true.
Like so, you won't know if I got $5 million or $5. You can never tell the difference. I used to live different. I used to show everything. I don't show shit no more. That's just how I live. You know what I'm saying? Just living up. It's peaceful, more peaceful this way. I used to get pulled over every time going to my big ass house in the suburb, the candy paint, 24. You ride on all this shit. I would always get pulled over. So I started just being a little more low key with shit like that, right? And life is so much better, but I'm still in tune with everything that I do. So that's how I get to be successful with the music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You said you were in college for communication. Is that like communication as far as like
mass communications?
Mass
communications.
Okay.
Journalism. I was going. You know what I'm saying? I just went into the shit because I was a good ass speaker, rapping and talking.
Yeah.
So it's not like I was going to be a TV anchor, but I was around people that did it. You feel what I'm saying? So in college, that's just what I majored in. That was the only thing that I felt like, that fit what I was doing at the time and shit. But I was a great athlete, so I used to play basketball and football.
Oh, so nice.
I went to North Carolina, to the Tar Heels for a little while. I went there for scouting. I was one of the best basketball players in the state of Louisiana.
Yeah.
But also, my uncles was all gangsters. Yeah. And so I was, I had the best of both worlds. I could shoot basketball. I'll shoot you in the face. Pow!
Yeah. So, hey, let me ask you. So, whenever you got in Houston, what was there describe like the music industry in that time, because it seems like during that time, there wasn't really like any kind of blueprint or nobody. I guess there wasn't was there mentors? Like, did y'all have mentors? Like, and that's the thing
So I would tell people this all the time. A lot of new artists feel like they're entitled to so much shit just because they might have a song, right?
Yeah.
So you get a song on the radio and they automatically feel like they should get paid the same show prices as you. And I tell them, and they always like, the OGs don't show me shit, or the big homies don't do this for me. Scarface, you know, Pimp C, UGK, all these that type of artists, they was my, you know, those were the ones that was before me, right? So all of them embraced me with open arms, but they didn't hold my fucking hand. You know, me and Bun and Pimp, we all was cool. Scarface, he's on my new album. Bun on the new album too. Pimp C's on my new album. All of them on my new album. But like, these was my homies, but it was a relationship because we was in the music, the same as with DJ Screw. All these different people, our relationship was just a homie relationship. A lot of times these new artists make the relationship with that artist based on hidden agenda that I'm gonna get to be famous from hanging with this nigga. I'm gonna get But it wasn't like that with us. The game is just gonna come from being around them. You feel me? I never did. When I'm in college is when I meet Pimp C them. I'm at a club in Lafayette, and the dude is like, "Hey man, they got a group that's performing called UGK." I'm like, "Man, I heard them niggas. I've been jamming they shit." Like, when they outside in the limo, I go outside to the limo. Pimp C is like, this is his exact words. "So little nigga, you want to be a rapper?" That I'm like, "Who's this nigga talking to?" That's how you know. I got a pistol, like an ounce of regular marijuana. We sat there, we chopped it up, you know, and it was just a good vibe. Later on, we trained on, we became friends. Same as Scarface, man, bam. I used to take R.I.P. to Fat Pat and Big Hawk, but I used to tell Big Hawk and them like, "Hey, you could get paid from doing music." Like they thought it was just for fun. You feel what I'm saying? We was really chasing our dreams, you know what I'm saying? And I was looking up to the Tony Drapers and the Lil J's and these kind of people to try to learn and see what they do. You know what I'm saying?
So I know I heard a story whenever you met DJ Screw for the first time, you went to his house.
Right.
What would you describe? How would you describe him? How would you describe when you like? Is he like this full creative guy, like our business?
No. When I met him, it was just like he in his own world, his own zone. You feel me? So a lot of people used to always think like, what's the difference in SUC and Swiss House? For example, at SUC, if I go there with my homies, right, and we go to Screw House to make a tape, the Botany Boys, which are they legendary down here, they took me to Screw House for the first time. But my other homies was the ones that was banging Screw, right? But I went there with them to make a tape. So if I go there with these particular guys, and there's another group of guys over here making a tape, we may speak, but we're not going to really interact. Because we from different hoods, from different blocks, different sets. There's all kind of different shit going on. So you know what I'm saying? And then me being originally from Louisiana, so my ties is kind of different. So so that's why going to Screw House, it was kind of like business, like on a schedule. You feel me? Once you got real close to him, and like we got close, you were able to just sit around and chill. But if you're making your tape, say it's, you know, Stan is coming at 8 o'clock to make his tape. When Stan comes at 8 o'clock, if he overlong, you know, it takes you to 2, 3 a.m. in the morning to make your tape. And there's somebody else that showed up that want to make a tape. These niggas can't come in here and just chill while you making your tape. That's almost like a graffiti artist paint on another graffiti artist person. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all come back and make y'all own tape, and we make our own tape. So Screw kind of kept it like that, which is real. It was just like business. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, we got real close. You know what I'm talking about? At first, and I didn't know. Like he almost cried because he had never heard his name on wax on the radio. I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? Because I put his name in the song before I ever went over there and met him. Because we was already jamming. So then we got real close.
Do you think that like maybe he turned to music for like an outlet because he never rapped, right? Like he know
how to rap though.
Oh yeah, but he never like did like a whole like.
No, he was working on that. He actually knew how to rap. He knew how to rap. You know what I'm saying? He like in groups and shit. You feel me? He know how to rap. Shout out to LD. I just that's like Screw like Screw's brother, but not blood brother. But I remember the first thing I heard was them. They had a project. LD was a song with somebody, but like Screw was like a real like a Jam Master Jay.
That's what I mean.
DJ Jazzy Jeff. You feel me? He was that type of DJ. He wasn't like a DJ nowadays that just DJ at a club or some shit.
Yeah.
He was a hip hop DJ, a nigga that would, if he had one main rapper, he would be a DJ that would go around. That's why Screw won the Just So One. People don't know that. You feel me? Me and Screw used to have DJ battles. He take his shirt off, go behind the back. You know, we do all that shit. You feel me? He was a real hip hop student. Yeah. Like he really, that's what we really love music. And Screw, that's the kind of person he was. He know how to rap though. He know how to freestyle. He just didn't though. You know.
It's pretty interesting. Like if you kind of read about like how his work ethic, like this guy like didn't leave the studio. It seemed like.
Why would you if the studio in your house? People don't understand that. If you're paying $150 an hour for a studio, you're not gonna be in there all day.
Yeah.
But if the fucking studio is your other bedroom, your den, shit, niggas, I'm not going nowhere. Everybody gonna bring everything I want to the house. Yeah. I got my girl in the other room. We make the food run, or we cook here. We got food. You know, we got everything else we need right here. Why go somewhere? So the work, you know, I got a meme that I'm gonna post. It's like some people work 40 hours a week. Some people work 100 hours a week. Some people work 200. You know, how you work always. It's not enough hours in a week. The type of shit the work we put in. That way, we gonna always be ahead of somebody else. I'm gonna get more done in 6 months. The shit I get done in 6 months is gonna take you a year and a half to do. Yeah. That's how his work ethic works.
Yeah. Who introduced you to that work, like to that style of working? Like, because that, I mean, I work Monday through Sunday as well. And some people like want to work Monday through Friday, take the weekend off. Like, who introduced you to that and said, hey, you know what? If you really want to make it, work doesn't stop.
See, my mama. You feel me? Even on the weekends and shit, I had to get up. You had to get up early 8 a.m. in motherfucking yard. I used to be mad as hell. I'm like, it's a Saturday. You feel me? Every summer, even though school is out, I had to work. You feel me? I had a job. So Monday through Saturday, I'm working. Sunday, I had to get up and go to church. So it was like that. That shit was just embedded in me. So when I got into the game, and you know, when I had my son is 19 now. But when I had my son, I would Monday through Friday do all my music. Weekends do shows. He plays sports on the weekend. So no matter where I did a concert at that Friday, I would drive back so I could take him to his game on Saturday mornings, right? Yeah. So I was trying to juggle the career thing and being a dad. Yeah. So when I was doing that, life was great at home, but career it slowed down a little, right? Once he got older and I didn't have to worry about so much shit with him, his mom would do it. My career took back off. So now I was able to like shit. I don't have to worry about nothing else. I just put work in. Yeah. And I went back to my old mode. And that's why 2 years ago I won Song of the Year with Southside Still Holdin, which is almost at 25 million streams. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's what life is all about, man. You feel me? If you work and doing something that you love, it's not work.
Yeah. At what point in your career did you say, you know what, like, you know, because like you went from college, you went to Houston, and you just got in the rap game, mixtape shows like nonstop. When did y'all say, you know what, we got to figure out like what our business plan is gonna be? Because like it seems like, I mean, even in my area too, like I think that's a key element that's missing down here is that business side of it. Like, and it seems like it's kind of hard to find the mentors or the people that you can trust to get that guidance with.
See, I got it from fucking with people I couldn't trust. Yeah. You feel me? So, you know, my story is so, man, that's millions of dollars that I didn't get because I was locked up. When I came home, so many independent sales that I had, and my, you know, the CEOs fucked off all the money. The Rolex, drop top Benzes, Versace pants. They had Versace jeans, Versace everything. Spending $2,000 on the outfit, $3,000 outfit on the music money. So I come home, and I didn't know the business when I was doing it. I knew the business when I was young, so I wasn't paying attention to shit. So, you know, you had to get, you know, I hate to say this, you kind of like, you had to go through that to learn the business. So bam, 2000s hit. Now in the early 2000s, I know the business. So that's why I teamed up with the Slim Thugs and we dropped our own projects. And I started seeing the motherfucking, you know, I started seeing all the kind of money that I was supposed to see, you know, and got into all these different businesses. Shit kept going. But that was still parts of the business that I didn't know. So about 5 or 6 years ago was when I really kind of had the business down. And then as it slowly transitioned to the streaming and everything, I was already prepared and knew what I was doing. So now, like, you know, I get monetized. All my shit is monetized no matter what it is. So people don't really understand that, you know, because a lot of artists be thinking like, well, shit, if there ain't no concerts, you can't eat. Yeah. That's because you don't know the business. You feel me? So I put all this work in for all those years to set myself up the right way. So now I get monetized for everything. Yeah. So all my old songs, all my new shit, you know, it's working. So I kind of know the business. Yeah. But I had to go through the struggles to learn the business. And a lot of times people want to jump to C without going to A and B. Yeah. Yeah. Feel me? They want to know what to do in this game and think you could just tell them. Yeah. I can't just fucking tell you what to do. I can tell you, but you still need hands-on experience to be great at what the fuck you're doing. Because if you worry about the business before the music, right? So say, for example, you come in this game and your first thing is about business. Yeah. You're worried about how I'm going to eat off this music. You're going to be missing that other part of the passion.
Yeah. The creativity part of it.
Yeah. So niggas so quick nowadays be like, they fuck off something good at the beginning. Niggas be like, shit, how much my publishing I'm gonna get? How much percentage I'm gonna get? Nigga, you ain't even winning wrestling yet. You ain't did that. You feel me? Yeah. And they so caught up and blinded by what's on social media and what's in the rap game, because they see the little babies and you see these people with all this jewelry on and shit. Yeah. So that's the automatic first thing that they think is, well, shit, I'm gonna be balling like them. Yeah. You know, they don't understand these artists. They don't know Travis Scott was on the road for 5 years and wasn't nobody fucking with him. Yeah. They didn't see all those shows. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. They just see this Travis. They didn't see the other Travis. You feel me? They didn't see Eminem get the bottles thrown at him when I was at the club. Yeah. They didn't see that shit. You know, this folks staying and all this shit come out. Eminem was in there trying to really rock. Niggas throwing bottles at him like, boo, get this bullshit out here. Yeah. They just see the big ball in Eminem. So a lot of the new artists, they don't see that struggle and see that shit. And when they don't see it, they don't appreciate it. That's why it's you see in so many different artists, like if you take artists in the Midwest like a Tech Nine, you feel me? You take artists on the West Coast like a E40. You take artists like a Currency in New Orleans. These artists know that they are big and stronger than radio. When you know you big and strong in the radio, you're no longer a puppet and no longer have to be sitting around and wait for your career to pop if it's on radio. I used to be like them like 10 years ago. I used to be one like, damn. When the radio playing Wayne shit, they ain't playing my shit like they're playing Wayne and Drake shit. What the fuck? Let me go up here and talk to the lady. She's like, well, fucking Universal and Atlantic, all these people doing these buy-in spots and doing all this shit. So you're not going to get the look that these people are getting. Yeah. Once I realized that I had the power, my voice was more powerful than theirs, because I got 300,000-400,000 niggas in these streets that really listen to me and with me. I stopped concentrating on them and concentrate on my fan base. So the same people we went out to and touched hands with, I signed their autographs when their kids was in middle school. Now their kids are graduating. These same people love me to fucking death. They gonna buy my music, you know, fucking like they buy my shit. They buy my merchandise because it's authentic and it's real. Nowadays, when an artist get a fan, you got 3 million followers, but you only got 200,000 or 100,000 that's engaged. Yeah. So you're not maximizing, you know, the real shit. So you feel me? So once I understood that and learned it, I became way more powerful. Yeah. You feel me?
That's so true. And being, you know, you said you went through a lot of bad business partners and stuff like that. But I think, you know, you had to go to that to gain that knowledge, because now that you have that knowledge, I mean,
it works out better.
Yeah, it works out better because that you already know how to make that money. You don't have to depend on someone else.
The steps to success are not. The steps to success are all broken down steps.
Yeah,
it's a step that you failed at, that you use as the part of the ladder.
Yeah,
everything can't be gravy. You feel me?
Yeah.
So many people want it so gravy. So like, man, you know, they drop a song within 3, 4, 5 months. They want to be like QC. They want to be like Quavo now. And it's like, nigga, you got to put in work. They don't know the Hawaiian Soul for Jay-Z.
Hey, let me ask you a question real quick. What kept inspiring you? Because, like, I mean, you've been through a lot of shit. Like, you got out of jail and you said, you know, everybody spent your money. You came out with nothing. What inspired you, or what did you have to keep reminding yourself to keep going? Because that right there is something.
I've always been my own boss. Even though
Nice.
I was getting fucked over, I was my own boss in my heart, in my mind.
Yeah.
Nobody told me to go to the studio. Nobody told me to do this. I started this shit as a kid.
Yeah.
I bought my fucking first Kango in the 7th grade when I wanted to fucking compete with LL Cool J. So as it goes and goes, every year I found a new goal, a new competition. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So when I come out of jail and the nigga done spent all the money, what's my goal? Well, my goal is to try to get the $1 million back that I lost. Bam, do this. So what's the next goal? The goal is to create independent films in Houston. Okay, well, I fall out with the people who I did independent film with. Now it's like 04, 03. What's the next goal? Yeah. Houston, the Southside and the Northside don't get along. So this goal is, let me find a nigga on the north side that I like his voice. That's how I get Slim Thug. I'm like, man, that nigga, that's jamming like a motherfucker. So we do a project together that bring the north and the south together. Yeah. Man, I got a little flip with me. We all doing this. Bam. What's the next motivation? The next motivation is a fucking attorney comes in. We go to see Steve Rifkin, and we go to see all these people in New York and LA. They talking about a $20 million deal, like Cash Money. And I don't get none of the, you know, they don't sign me. They looking at me like, well, he's part of the SUC. They shit is more reason. We'll take the new guy, which is the comedian that has the power out. What's my next fucking motivation? My next motivation is to catch them niggas that come and pass them up. Damn. Boom, 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 boom. This happened. Yeah. Pimp C died. What's my next motivation? To be the voice of the South. To step up for what Pimp C can be. Pam, pam, pam. This happened. Now, music is going to streaming and everything else. The set of the music out is not as like it used to be out the trunk. All the record stores are closed. What's my motivation? To catch Jay-Z.
Yeah. Yeah, keep moving up. Keep moving up. So let me ask, how does your strategy process work? Like your strategy process, like is it like you in a room saying, you know what, this is what I gotta do, this is what I gotta do?
This time I couldn't fight the war with my family. Cause you know, I've been with my wife 20 years. My son is 19. You live a family life, you in this big suburban house and all this shit. You eat good big steaks and shit every day. I'm not gonna have the hunger to catch these other niggas. Yeah. So when me and her and this shit is not getting along, you take the house, you take the truck, son, you take the car. I don't want nothing. I just want my peace of mind. Now here I am. It's just I have to worry about no casualties of war. Yeah. I can take any motherfucking back. Yeah. That's why Southside still holding this where it is. That's why the fucking the anticipation for the new mixtape and the album is through the roof. Yeah. Niggas know. Yeah. Ain't too many fucking with Cedric. If I gotta go home every day to hear, you know, family is it gets in the way. It hinders my wartime. Not just me on this long dusty road. Yeah. With me, my motherfucking microphone, my notebook, and a motherfucking AR-15. Yeah. Can't nothing stop me. Yeah. I got black and brown ride with me.
Yeah. You know now, following your story, I kind of see you as like the big brother in Houston, and I'll tell you why. Because you know you came down to Houston, the reason why I say it is because it shows on South, like Still Holding, on the Southside Still Holding, is because like you made it a point to put everybody else on. Like you didn't say this is my album, this is me, I'm gonna be the light, I'm gonna do me. You say, you know what, I'm gonna keep it simple, but I'm gonna make sure I put everybody else on, even the veterans, like kind of like that, you know, knocking doors down kind of song. You know what I mean? Like that song kind of brought everybody together, and I think, you know, Pimp C did that. You know,
right.
And
go ahead.
And I think you know that time when you said that you were at the skating ring or at the club and Pimp C pulled you into his car, and I think that made a big impression on you.
Of course.
I think that's what set you off.
Yeah, man. Of course. And then I'm an underdog, and I love to help underdogs. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking. It's like people hadn't heard me and Slim on those songs since the lawyer came in between us.
Yeah.
People hadn't really heard me and Flip on that. People hadn't really heard me and these people on that. So I put all the different people that I thought people would be shocked to hear on the song.
Yeah.
The same is with Trilly Pope, who's a great upcoming artist. You know, people I know like, man, you wear bow ties, you dress like that.
Yeah.
Wear a cowboy hat and boots, and I love it. You feel me?
Yeah.
It fit what I was looking for. I like the underdog, so I'm always having underdog. Like the artists that I'm working with now, different artists, man. Like they some of the hottest artists in the city.
Yeah.
And some of the hottest artists that's coming up. But a year ago, 6 months ago, I would hear niggas and look at them, and I see the talent in them, and hear people look at them like, nah, because most people want a polished too. They want something already done.
Yeah.
They don't want the nigga that's in the trenches.
Yeah.
They really want they want Megan Thee Stallion as she is.
Yeah.
They don't want Megan Thee Stallion when she's not that Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
You feel me? They don't want Chameleon now when he's Lil Hakeem.
Yeah.
They don't want Pow Wow when he's little chubby kid with braids.
Yeah.
They want Pow Wow when he got the grill and he hot. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love to work with him at the beginning. That way it's gonna be more, it's just gonna be a bigger reward. And my journey to the top is just gonna take it too longer.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be so authentic. P. Diddy tried to sign me in 95, and the nigga was like, man, imagine if you would have signed P. Diddy. You a screw. What the fuck would happen? Nothing.
Yeah.
I do Craig Mason. I do a Mason. You feel me?
Yeah. Hey,
no,
so
Diddy. I'm just saying it had nothing to do with Diddy. It just having to do with the steps that I'm taking.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Because you can get lost in the sauce chasing somebody else's dream and doing what the fuck that they want. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, so how come Master P never like really got involved with Houston? Like, because he
I mean, you gotta think. Master P, you know, he had like Master P said, shout out Master P. Master P owed me a gold plate. When you talk, Master P, let me get my gold plate. He owed me a gold plate. He really do. Master P was a big independent boss doing what he do. But shit, Houston had Lil J and Tony Draper.
Yeah. Master
P never, you know, planted his roots in Houston. You know, we did business with him. He did music, but he was New Orleans and Cali.
Yeah.
He used to be he had a spot out here. Master P staying out here.
Oh,
but
really?
that was the spots where he was. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's just kind of how it was. You know what I'm saying? And then like Lil Wayne lived here. You feel me? Currency lived here. Baby, you know, me and Baby, I almost, you know, Baby rode in the car with me and D, they fucking screw.
Yeah.
In the back seat.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm freestyling.
What was that moment about?
Man, because we was cool with them. We fuck with them tough. You feel me? Used to go to the studio. I remember Lil Wayne and was fucking up on the verse. And I was like, I was probably fucked up, inebriated at the time. So I was like, say, baby, you want me to go in there and get that shit?
Yeah.
You know, like, nah, calm down. but I never forget my mama was like, why he got on 2 watches? You know, that's just times, you know. But we was young niggas trying to do our own thing. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you think that, like, you know, Master P Birdman, Lil Wayne, Diddy, like they felt like they had to like kind of check in with y'all because y'all kind of, that was the code, like y'all created the Houston culture. Like they felt like they had to kind of get that approval if they wanted to do anything.
I won't necessarily say that.
Yeah,
but I don't, because I can't think for nobody else.
Yeah.
So I don't want to know their thoughts, but I know one thing. They came here and did business here because we had the best sound. I'm a boom nigga though. You feel? I'm Louisiana. I'm a lot Texan. Most people in Houston are not Texans. Half roots in Louisiana, half in Texas.
Yeah.
Maybe them, they were working at at Digital Sounds. You feel me? Master P came and did business with South by Southwest. Yeah. I mean, Southwest Wholesale, who we was fucking with. Yeah. You feel me? They did business with these people. They seen what was going on. Russell Simmons and Rick Rubin came down here and we went to the club and seen how people was rocking to the Ghetto Boy shit. And they was like, how the fuck is these niggas sounding this good? Yeah. He emulated that shit. Yeah. Mike Dean mixes for Jay-Z and fucking Kanye. Yeah. Do you know Mike Dean started that? Yeah. You feel me?
Yeah. When did like things like kind of change when they said, you know what, man, like we really gotta figure out like this money thing, because you know when those record companies or those Diddy cuts you a check, he doesn't tell you, hey, make sure you pay tax on that. Right. You know what I mean, every you know, and I mean, it happened to me too when I started off. You know, I was getting paid for work that I did, you know, in my shop, and I never knew the financial side of the business. Mm-hmm. And so when did that really like?
I come from the streets, though. Yeah. You're in the streets, you know business. Yeah. Okay. I had an account all my life.
All right. Yeah.
So I know business. I've been flipping houses. I bought my first big house to flip in fucking 99. Yeah. So who paid 160 for it and paid sold it for 240. Nice. But I paid taxes because, you know, I had a good woman and shit. I used to see all the stories of all the different rappers who had the tax, the tax. So I paid my taxes like a real nigga would. Yeah. Yeah. I had a guy who was an accountant at Chevron or somewhere, and I met one of my friends that was up there, and he had his own tax service and shit. That's how I stayed on top of my business. Yeah. What age was that? Oh shit, man! I was like 23, 24.
Oh yeah, so you got somebody introduced you at a young age. Said, "Hey, make sure you do this because if not, it'll catch up to you." And you see a lot of artists get caught up that way.
And see, the thing is, I got introduced to it at a young age. You know, these niggas are getting introduced to it years after they done made $3 million. Yeah. Right? $4 million is bad. Yeah. You feel me? Yeah. So that's the difference, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I respect that. And you came down here with some education. Like you kind of like you were focused. Like you were focused and say, you know what, this is what I'm gonna do, and you put your mind to it, and you so right. So let's talk about Southside Still Holdin. How did that come about? Man, I shout out my team. We did, Rocking them brought the challenge out there. Till I wasn't gonna do the challenge shit, but the fucking challenge went fucking bananas. But shout out to Ill Fated. He's the producer of the track. Shout out D Green Films. He's from Corpus Christi.
Yeah, he's from Corpus. Yeah.
Got the video. You feel me? Yeah. And we met at South by Southwest, man, some years back. And when we met, D Green came up to me. He was like, "Man, you shitted on me when you met me." I was like, "Man, I didn't shit on you. I know who the fuck you was." You feel me? But I met Ill Fated at South by Southwest too. And all my songs and albums, my brother, mixtapes or albums, there's a theme behind them. Mm-hmm. I go into a Quentin Tarantino mode. I'm Southside Quincy Jones. I have a vision behind every album, whether it's a mixtape or album, right? Mm-hmm. So when I met Ill Fated, he told me, he gave me some beats. And one of the beats was called Southside Still Holdin'. And when I heard the beat, all I could think about, why is the Southside still holding? Yeah. So let me tell you why the Southside still holding. The people names that I mentioned are the real slab guys. Not saying that Power Wild is not. I didn't mean it in that way. Power Wild is my homie. People ain't got the twist. These niggas who was 15 with $50,000 cars, $80,000 cars, you know, they was buying a Cadillac. You know what I'm saying? People like the Corey Blunts. You know what I'm saying? The Jimmy Dean, Big J's. There's so many different names. You know, my nigga Funky Mo. It's so many people. Shout out to Nick D. All these people that was older than me and doing their thing and spending so much money on these cars and getting so much money in the streets was the people that I was around and as a youngster paying attention to. But none of these people at Screwhouse ever been like, had homage paid to them. You feel me? Only people know from the screw tapes and the Screwhouse is the nigga that rap. The way the niggas who rap got there because a nigga who was a boss took you there. You feel me? You didn't just come in that door talking about you a rap, I'm gonna make a tape. Hell no, nigga. You went with the nigga because the nigga you went with was sitting on $750,000 cash. Or $300,000-$400,000. And this nigga was riding on these candy paint, these 84s, which gangsters had to ride on, $10,000 rim. If you was a cupcake, nigga take you off of. This kind of shit we was around. So Southside said, I paid homage to those people that came before me that weren't necessarily rappers. And just the people that I idolized as a kid growing up. You feel what I'm saying? And I ran with it. That was the thing. So now the song is so jamming and so catchy. Me, I didn't reach out to just other artists to do the challenge or put on the remix. I wanted the nigga who had a 9-to-5, who just didn't chase his dream of rapping because he fucked around, had 3 kids, and got married. And he had to leave the streets alone because he been to the penitentiary, and he didn't want to risk not seeing his kids no more. But he knew how to rap. He really knew how to freestyle. So I was like, well, nigga, jump on this song. Send me a verse. And I didn't post just the rappers or the famous nigga. I posted if she might have been a mother that worked at McDonald's, but if her fucking verse was hard, I posted her and put on my platform and showed her some love, and they fucking went bananas. And it went crazy. After that, I started seeing challenges everywhere. And people were like, do a challenge for this. I was like, nigga, I'm not doing no more motherfucker.
Hey, so how did that work back then? Like, you know, you said that the only way you were able to rap is if someone that was doing it in the street brought you in. Like, did they say, I'm gonna pay for your studio time, but I'm gonna get.
I'm not gonna necessarily say it that way. I mean, like at Screwhouse. You feel me? The first studio I went to was an all old white dude in Lafayette, right? All he ever had was Zydeco people and rock and jazz and blues. He never had no hip hop niggas there. My street niggas and us, we paid for that out of our pocket. Now going to Screwhouse meant this way. You couldn't just go knock on the door at Screwhouse and say, my name is Stan and I want to make a tape. Now once the screw shop opened, you can go up there and do that. But at first, it was at his house, personal, private. If you didn't know somebody that knew somebody that knew somebody to introduce you to him, you wouldn't just pop up and go over there. So the people who went there, the Lil Kikis, the Big Pokies, these different people, the Zeros, and so many different people, they went because somebody else was going there already. It may have been a nigga that just cut hair, that was just a nigga that cut good hair in the hood. It may have been a nigga that sold weed, it may have been a nigga that sold drink. That sell no drugs, that was fucking, that had a great job at the fucking bank, that knew screw and light screw tape. And he was like, I'm going to make my tape called Massive Action next Friday. I'm gonna go find some good niggas that rap and bring them with me. And he go to the hood and find a nigga named Grayson Wood. You feel me? And he's like, I'll tell the nigga named Big Mo, hey Big Mo, I'm going to make me a tape. I want you to come be on my tape. A lot of demo. A lot of the legendary June 27th, youngster, long drive, little young nigga that know how to freestyle in the hood. They like, hey, come to Screwhouse. So now Stan is making this screw tape. And he has this tape called Massive Action. And he lets his little cousin named ESG get a verse, a freestyle. Now, that freestyle is going to be heard by however many people buy your dub when they come to Screwhouse. So when they come to Screwhouse, they're going to say, give me the June 27, give me 3 in the morning. What's this Massive Action? Oh, that's my boy Stan Tape. He from so-and-so. He from Corpus Christi. Let me see what that boy sound like. Now I'm riding around listening to Stan Tape. Stan Tape is jamming. My cousin that come from Baton Rouge in New York gets a copy of that tape. The tape goes up there. The tape's in Mississippi. My boy played football for Oklahoma University. He takes the tape. My other homeboy played basketball at Tulane University. He takes the tape to New Orleans. Now, all these different regions gets to hear Stan Screw Tape.
Yeah.
And ESG freestyling on a song called Massive Action. All these people hearing my name. That's how I got it. That's how it was. So when Swangin' and Bangin' was on that tape, and I went to the fucking Kappa Beach party, every fucking car that passed by me was playing Swangin' and Bangin'. So I was youngster.
Yeah.
This is better than feeling the fucking radio, riding and hearing your song on the radio feels good.
Yeah.
So, now I will fuck with Diddy now, because Diddy got this watermelon Ciroc.
Oh.
Hey, Diddy. Come on, you know what I'm saying? Fuck what you did on this ride.
We need to get with Diddy on that. Hey, tell me about the Demo birthday mix, the June 27th. How, were you on that?
No, I was actually incarcerated.
Oh man, tell me the story behind that, because I don't think anybody knows what even that is.
Yeah, Demo's a great friend of mine. And Demo gets so upset when people make the mistake and says June 27th is Screw's birthday. When it's not Screw's birthday.
Yeah.
You know, it's Demo's birthday. So, that's a legendary tape that was made on his birthday that went so viral, right? At the time when it wasn't able to go viral. You feel me? And so, as years went on, the beat is actually from Criss Cross. Jermaine Dupri produced it.
Yeah.
And it was a hard-ass beat that Pokey, Keeson, Youngster, Demo, they break the song, right? You got to think, at this time, you know how these certain words was created, because if Stan doesn't know how to rap and he in there making a Screw Tape and he rapping like this, it's that boy Stan, man, I'm the man.
Yeah.
Down with 1,000 in my hand. That became a mantra or a cadence for anybody that didn't know how to really rap.
Oh, yeah.
So no matter if you worked at Whataburger, Waffle House, and you want to be a rapper, you put on the June 27th beat, because everybody tried to emulate what they did.
That's true, yeah.
It became so big and so crazy, right? Bam. Screw Hedden died 8 years ago. After already celebrating that day, we started doing a big tour and a big concert around June 27th.
Yeah.
Because today everybody brought out their screw. Like the people who didn't play Screw Tapes no more, played them on June 27th.
Yeah.
It was almost like the recreation, though. It became the Mardi Gras. June 27th is the Screw Tapes Mardi Gras. Cinco de Mayo for the niggas.
Yeah, and you can tell, it's like everybody's, it's like one of those big, it's a freestyle where like everybody's just chilling and they're like, give me the mic, I'm gonna throw, because you hear that rap when Mo gets on, he's like, that nigga Mo, shit like yeah.
It's the damn Stan. Yeah, the beat.
Yeah. Nobody knows it. Hey, so like, even myself, everybody talks about the Kappa. Tell us the first time you went to the Kappa. Tell us something about the Kappa. We don't even what is a Kappa?
Well, the first time I ever went to something like the Kappa, I was a youngster. I went to something called Jack the Rapper in Atlanta around the Freaknik time. So, and it was just so crazy. So, next thing I know, the Kappa is sort of like our Freaknik. You feel me? So they kind of stopped having the Freaknik, and they was having the Kappa. And we would go to Galveston. At first, it was just like riding on the seawall or riding down Southside, which is the other beach. Just slab line, having fun. The shit started getting turned up when niggas started booking venues. Now we got concerts. You feel me?
Yeah.
We got concerts, we got parties. So the Kappa became like our Freaknik, our Mardi Gras for Galveston.
But is Kappa like a college thing?
Yeah, it's the Kappa. The actual Kappa had their parties there.
Oh, okay. So
it was a real Kappa beach party by the Kappas.
Yeah.
It just became so massive that, by the time it ended, I don't even think the fucking Kappas probably had it. The name just stuck with it. So even on the new album, I got a line where I say, tell Slim Thug we need to bring the Kappa back.
Yeah.
We really do. You feel what I'm saying? So the Kappa was just a great meeting spot for, that was a spot where you could see all the Houston slams and Houston pretty women at one time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Atlanta, you got to see all the college girls and freaks at one time. So the Kappa, New Orleans, the Mardi Gras, you get to see some titties and bees and all this. Kappa Beach Party, you got to see slabs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why it became so crazy.
Yeah.
That's why South by Southwest got turned into what it is. The first 2 weeks, Monday through Friday, South by Southwest is regular.
Yeah.
That fucking Saturday of the hip hop day is when every nigga who can't rap will be there. That's when everybody who has a mixtape, made at home, or has a slab, they want to show it. South by Southwest becomes the Kappa Beach Party that lasts. You feel me?
Yeah,
so that's why, you know, they trying to bring the Kappa back though.
Yeah. I think I mean I know whenever it started being mentioned in the raps and stuff, throw me a verse from with the Kappa in it. Roll it to the Kappa, which was a swing in the devil.
That was around the time Swisher House started becoming massive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I used to tell DJ Screw, you know, I was cool with both sides.
Yeah.
Because Michael Watts DJ'd at the radio, so I was a real artist who was really getting radio play. So I knew both sides of the fence. A lot of artists who were just like not getting radio play, they didn't know who Michael Watts was. They thought he was just some DJ chopping and screwing. But he actually was already a full-fledged DJ too. So at that time, when that shit popped off, Michael Watts used to use the what you call the CD mixers. You know, when you scratch with the CDs. CDVs or something like that. Yeah. Screw wouldn't use them.
That's right. Yeah.
So he used to get mad. Screw was like, man, I ain't using that shit. But that's how Swiss House used to get all the new instrumentals. I used to be telling Screw, man, fucking CDs with the instrumentals. But around that time, that's when Michael Watts was taking off and all that shit was popping. And that's when Slim Thug dropped that Headed to the Calf and all that shit, and it just blew up.
You know what? Because that's when, Screw was probably still using the techniques. And then Watts came out with those Pioneers. Those Pioneers were bad.
And Screw was still making only cassettes.
Okay.
Watts came in the game making CDs.
Well, because it wasn't like that. That was Screw's formula, because he would mix it on the vinyl and then on the tape. That way he could slow the tempo, and like it was a whole little process he had.
Right, because he'll mix it regular speed first.
Yeah.
That's why you had to use the 90-minute tapes, because once you slow down, there was so much fucking, you know, that's so much music.
Yeah.
So he switched over to making the CDs, you know. But by that time, you know, Watts them had already infested all the other towns, because most of the Screw tapes was getting passed around and dubbed and passed out just by name. Yeah. You know, so it is what it is though.
Yeah. People will put that little paper in the cassette tape so you can record over the Hey man, I'm pretty sure we could be here for hours talking about a bunch of different stuff. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna be back part two. I'm gonna have to bring some of my homies with me.
Yeah, man, let's definitely do this. I'm gonna send y'all the link. I'm gonna send y'all a recorded copy so you can put it on your platform and you can just let everybody know what you're doing, and let everybody know where they can find you at.
Man, all my social media is ESG World. That's what it is.
ESG World.
ESG World. You didn't want to send me beats, the umbrella beats at gmail.com. You need to book concerts. Hit up my girl Lavish at Lavish Waves. You need any kind of interviews or any kind of business, hit up Official Rocket. And that's what the business is, man. And it's going down. I appreciate you staying with Dana.